If you are feeling stressed, if you're feeling down, if you're feeling overwhelmed, I hope that today's video brings you a little bit of peace. I am feeling all of the ways that I just described, not for really any particular reason. So what I like to do is I like to refresh my bed. To me, there is nothing better than fresh sheets, a warm bed kind of like wrapped around your body. I mean, there's nothing better. So let's start working on it. I'm starting off this cleaning session by mattress vacuuming the mattress and all of the upholstery. When you're sleeping, you are sweating, you're sloughing dead skin cells, and I just want to get all of that out. Whenever I start coughing or sneezing in the bedroom more than normal, and when I'm not sick, this is what I do, and it's absolutely disgusting, but also so fascinating what comes out of the bed. My mood already was better after sucking all of this debris out. I thought it was so gross. For the last 7 years or so, I have tried so many sheet brands, but the main brand that I used was Wamsutta, or I don't know if that was the brand name, but those are the sheets that I used, and they do not sell them anymore. I have looked absolutely everywhere. I can only find them secondhand on Amazon, and I just don't want secondhand sheets, which I feel like is super fair. But I am trying to find a replacement. So this is my second time using this pair and I quite like them so far. They give me like sateen feel, but without like the crispiness, if that makes sense. I hate when my sheets feel crispy. Maybe I could come up with a better adjective, but that's what's coming to mind for me. The only problem I have with them is that they're a little bit sheer, so you can kind of see what's going on underneath, but honestly, who's looking intently at my sheets? I'm not. And I'm really working on, as a person, finding fewer flaws with things just because why do I have to see things as flawed? Instead of thinking, oh, these are too sheer, I can think to myself, oh, they feel really nice on my skin and I'm getting a good night's rest, because that truly is what matters. Whenever I'm having a hard time or I'm feeling down, I really try to shift my mindset and think about the positive and put a positive spin on absolutely everything, because I will say I am an inherently negative person. I'm always like, what if, what if, what if? Maybe that's not negative. I'm just practical. I am conservative when it comes to approaching life. So I'm trying to have a more positive approach, and I think it's really helping. Now, there's so many different ways that people put on duvet covers, and I've watched all of the hacks, but for me, I just do it the old-fashioned way, and it's something I like to do by myself. There's nothing that causes strife in a friendship, in a relationship, more than putting on a duvet cover, because everyone claims that they have the right way to do it, but honestly, it's just way easier to do yourself. I just put all the ties on it, and I flip it inside out. And another attempt to help with my perfectionism that kind of seeps into my homemaking is that I started to buy duvet covers that have texture or pattern to them already. So you can see here, this is a Pottery Barn duvet cover, and I normally don't splurge on things like this because I like to shop at places that are more affordable so I can share with my audience. But what I really love about this one is there's a waffle texture, so of course you can see the wrinkles, but it's not evident quite as much, so I feel like I can live with it and I don't feel like I have to spend hours upon hours steaming and ironing my duvet cover because I don't have time to do that every day. And even if I did, I don't want to. And it's totally okay to be like, hey, I don't feel like putting effort into this one thing. I feel like we need to be more okay with that. There's just some things we don't feel like doing. As I've gotten older, I think self-care looks very, very different. And I think the term self-care wasn't even really that popular when I was younger. But for me, I always thought that self-care had to be like hanging out with friends or kind of doing things with other people. But I found, especially through my career, that I'm very much so an introvert. I love interacting with people and I very much so enjoy the interactions that I do have. But there's just something about like being in silence or listening to some jazz, that's what I have on in my headphones right now, that just really does it for me. I think I used to hate spending time by myself. I hated being alone with my thoughts, and now it is a form of therapy. It's so interesting how we kind of evolve when it comes to things like this as we age. These days, I'm all about finding the luxuries in everyday life, the little luxuries, let's call it that. So it could be something as simple as a fire pit or lighting a candle or putting on a special blanket on the bed. So the faux fur for me is that. I am finding luxury, I am finding joy in my home and within things that I can do, within things that I have control of, as opposed to only finding joy through other people or through things that I cannot control. So my home has become that for me. I used to always feel like I needed to travel, I needed to go somewhere to feel this sense of contentment, but over the course of this 20-minute period, I feel so much better. And now I'm gonna go exercise, which is gonna make me feel even better. But I hope that this was a relaxing time for you. We were able to refresh the space. I hope that it motivated you to do the same or to just do something that's going to make you feel good. Thank you so much for watching. And until next time, have a beautiful day.